Steve Jobs, the enigmatic co-founder of Apple, was never one to shy away from a challenge. His journey in the tech world was marked by a relentless drive to push boundaries and redefine what was possible. From the company's early days, he possessed a clear vision for the future of computing, to make technology accessible and enjoyable for everyone, not just engineers and programmers. This vision was not just about creating machines, it was about creating experiences that would resonate with people on a personal level. This relentless pursuit of user-friendliness would lead him down a path of innovation, one that would forever change the way we interact with computers. Jobs believed that technology should be an extension of the human mind, a tool that could amplify our abilities and creativity. Jobs understood that the complex command-line interfaces of early computers were a significant barrier to entry for the average person. These interfaces required users to memorize commands and navigate through a maze of text, which was daunting for those not well versed in computer science. He envisioned a world where interacting with a computer would be as intuitive as flipping through the pages of a book or sketching an idea on a notepad. This vision was revolutionary at a time when most people saw computers as inaccessible and intimidating. This desire to bridge the gap between human intuition and technology would lead him to the doorstep of Xerox PARC, a research center brimming with groundbreaking ideas. At Xerox PARC, Jobs encountered the graphical user interface, a concept that would become central to his vision for Apple. Jobs' keen interest in design and his innate understanding of human behavior made him particularly receptive to new ideas that could enhance the user experience. He saw the potential of the graphical user interface to make computers more accessible and intuitive. His quest for a more intuitive computing experience, combined with his legendary ambition, would set the stage for a pivotal moment in Apple's history and the future of the tech industry as a whole. The introduction of the Macintosh in 1984 was a watershed moment, showcasing a user-friendly interface that would set the standard for personal computing. The Macintosh was not just a product, it was a statement. It embodied Jobs' belief that technology should be approachable and empowering. The graphical user interface, with its icons and windows, made computing accessible to a broader audience. Jobs' influence on user-friendly technology didn't stop with the Macintosh. His vision continued to shape Apple's products for decades, from the iPod to the iPhone and beyond. Each product reflected his commitment to creating technology that was not only powerful but also easy to use. Steve Jobs' legacy is a testament to the power of visionary thinking. His quest for user-friendly technology transformed Apple into one of the most influential companies in the world and changed the way we interact with technology forever. His story is a reminder that innovation is not just about new ideas, but about making those ideas accessible and meaningful to everyone. In the early 1970s, Xerox PARC, or Palo Alto Research Center, was a hotbed of technological innovation. Nestled in the heart of Silicon Valley, this research center was a beacon for some of the brightest minds in technology. It was here that the seeds of modern computing were planted, nurtured by a culture of creativity and forward thinking. Researchers there were developing groundbreaking technologies, including the graphical user interface, or GUI, and the mouse, concepts that would later revolutionize the computing world. These innovations were not just incremental improvements, they represented a paradigm shift in how humans would interact with machines. The GUI transformed the computer from a tool for specialists into a user-friendly device accessible to the masses. However, Xerox, primarily known for its photocopying machines, failed to fully grasp the transformative potential of these inventions. Despite the brilliance of their researchers, the company's leadership was unable to see beyond their existing business model. They were focused on the present, not the future, and this myopia would cost them dearly. Enter Steve Jobs, a young and hungry entrepreneur, eager to push the boundaries of personal computing. Jobs was not just a businessman, he was a visionary with an unrelenting drive to innovate. He saw the potential in technology to change the world, and he was determined to be at the forefront of that change. In 1979, Jobs, along with a few key Apple engineers, was granted a legendary visit to Xerox PARC. This visit was more than just a tour. It was an eye-opening experience that would shape the future of Apple and the tech industry as a whole. The engineers at PARC demonstrated their latest innovations, and Jobs watched with keen interest. This visit would prove to be a watershed moment for Jobs and Apple. The technologies he saw at PARC ignited his imagination and set him on a path to create something truly revolutionary. He was particularly struck by the potential of the graphical user interface, which he believed could make computers accessible to everyone, not just experts. What he witnessed at PARC, particularly the intuitive, visually driven interface of the Xerox Alto computer, left an indelible mark on his imagination. The Alto was unlike anything he had seen before. It was a glimpse into the future, a future where computers were not just tools, but extensions of the human mind. The Alto, with its windows, icons, and mouse-driven cursor, presented a stark contrast to the command-line interfaces that dominated the computing landscape at the time. Command-line interfaces were powerful but intimidating, requiring users to memorize complex commands. The Alto's GUI, on the other hand, was intuitive and user-friendly, making computing accessible to a broader audience. Jobs immediately recognized the power and potential of this new way of interacting with computers. He saw that the GUI could democratize computing, making it possible for anyone to use a computer without needing specialized knowledge. This realization was the spark that would lead to the development of the Macintosh, a computer that would change the world. The seeds of a revolution sown in the labs of Xerox PARC were about to be sown by Apple. Jobs and his team took the ideas they had seen at PARC and ran with them, pushing the boundaries of what was possible. The Macintosh, with its user-friendly interface, would go on to become one of the most iconic and influential computers of all time, cementing Apple's place in the annals of tech history. It's important to note that Apple did not invent the graphical user interface. The concept of a graphical user interface, or GUI, was a groundbreaking innovation that emerged from the research labs of Xerox PARC in the 1970s. That credit goes to the brilliant minds at Xerox PARC. These engineers and researchers were pioneers, envisioning a future where interacting with computers could be as intuitive as pointing and clicking. What Jobs and his team did brilliantly was recognize the transformative potential of the GUI and adapt it for the mass market. They saw beyond the prototype stage and imagined a world where this technology could be in every home and office. They understood that this technology, in the right hands, had the power to democratize computing and bring it to the fingertips of everyday users. The vision was clear: make computing accessible, intuitive, and indispensable. Jobs, never one to shy away from inspiration, saw in Xerox's work the missing piece of his own vision for user-friendly computing. He was a master at identifying potential and seizing opportunities, and the GUI was no exception. He was determined to refine and implement these concepts, making them more accessible, affordable, and ultimately more appealing to a wider audience. Jobs' relentless pursuit of perfection meant that every detail was scrutinized and optimized. The visit to Xerox PARC had ignited a firestorm of ideas in Jobs' mind, and he wasted no time in setting his team on a new course. This pivotal moment marked the beginning of a new chapter for Apple, one that would redefine the company's trajectory. The stage was set for Apple to usher in a new era of computing, one where the power of technology would be unlocked through the elegance of simple, intuitive design. The Macintosh was not just a product, it was a statement of what computing could be. The revolution, however, wouldn't happen overnight. It was a journey filled with challenges, setbacks, and moments of doubt. But with each iteration, the vision became clearer and the product more refined. It would require years of dedicated effort, relentless innovation, and a touch of Jobs' signature showmanship. His ability to captivate audiences and create a sense of wonder around technology was unparalleled. The result was a revolution in personal computing that changed the world forever. The impact of this revolution is still felt today. The principles of user-friendly design and intuitive interfaces that Apple championed have become the standard in the tech industry. The legacy of that borrowed idea from Xerox PARC lives on in every device we use. From the first Macintosh to the latest iPhone, the spirit of innovation and the commitment to making technology accessible to all continue to drive Apple forward. The revolution may have been borrowed, but it was Apple that turned it into a global phenomenon. And so the story of a revolution borrowed, not invented, reminds us that sometimes the greatest innovations come from recognizing the potential in the ideas of others and having the vision to bring them to life. Inspired by what he had seen at Xerox PARC, Jobs returned to Apple with a renewed sense of purpose. He poured his energy and vision into the Lisa project, a top-secret endeavor aimed at creating a revolutionary new computer. The Lisa, named after Jobs' daughter, was envisioned as the embodiment of user-friendly computing. It would be the first commercially available computer to feature a GUI, complete with windows, icons, and a mouse. The Lisa project was ambitious and groundbreaking, but it was also plagued by delays and escalating costs. The team faced numerous technical challenges in adapting and refining the concepts they had gleaned from Xerox PARC. Moreover, Jobs' demanding leadership style and his relentless pursuit of perfection created friction within the team. Despite the challenges, the Lisa team persevered, driven by their shared belief in the transformative potential of the GUI. They worked tirelessly to refine the user interface, making it as intuitive and visually appealing as possible. The Lisa, though ultimately a commercial failure due to its high price tag, represented a significant leap forward in the evolution of personal computing.